Okay guys, let's get it done. That fancy M3 DCT gearbox reset. Well, I will try to not talk a lot, a bit shy, but yeah, let's get it done. Let's launch the ISTA-D first. Let's get the ignition on. Load it. Switch off the heater off. It will take a while to load it, so bear with me. So before attempt to reset the DCT gearbox, we need to get the car to its optimal running working temperature. So take a car for a spin, make sure that the engine and the gearbox is warmed up properly. Well, obviously, anyway, the system itself will let you know, obviously, if car reached its working temperature, and if it won't allow you to perform the gearbox reset, which is, well, handy to be honest, to make sure that you won't make any mistakes or any issues with it. Yeah, that's the most annoying part, that loading thing. Okay, yeah. So the whole procedure is on the vehicle management. So we go on vehicle management, we click on service function, then we click on engine, and then we click on transmission control. Well, obviously the one above is also for the engine adaptation resets, but maybe I'll show you some another time. It's pretty easy, to be honest. So yeah, what we have here is 3 options. We don't do anything with adjustment or the sparking lock. Obviously, adjustment is for some sort of repairs when you replacing the mechatronics and, you know, doing the oil change, fluid change for the gearbox. So we don't do any of this today, so obviously we don't touch these things. So what we do is we choosing teach in functions, and we got 4 options. Is clutch adaptations, reset torque, characteristic curve, teach in valve, characteristic curve, and transmission adaptation. So we go on the first one. Well, obviously I will perform all of these. If nothing will go wrong, of course. I mean, nothing will go wrong, but if we won't have any connection interruptions and stuff like that, so it shouldn't be. So what we do right now, we click on clutch on start search, And what we do is click on teach in clutch slipping point, click on show completely and display. So it says communication with the transmission control unit is now tested. We click next and it should come off with that sort of thing. Communication with the control unit is okay. If it says okay, I mean we are good to go. Click next. It asks if we have any faults stored, following faults, so we don't. So we click no and we click next. So there we go. That's what I was talking in the very beginning about the oil temperature. So it asks to be between set point value oil temperature between 15 and 110 Celsius. So obviously we have 78, so we're good to go. We're good to go. We click next and just following the procedure requests. So it asks start engine. So we start engine. We click the selector on neutral, position N, press and hold brake, so as I do now, and it says these conditions must be met over the entire duration of the service function, otherwise the function will be terminated. Total duration of the adaptation max 90 seconds, so it takes around a minute or so to perform. And we click next. So it says the clutch adaptation will then start, so we click next. And what we hear, the actual mechanical noises from the gearbox, probably aligning, does it think. You can feel actual car is shaking a bit, the actual movement of the car while the gearbox is operating. Yeah, and the timer is going, so we're just waiting until it will finish. There we go, it's finished. So we click next, still holding the brake. Don't do anything else, so just click next. So what it asks to do, position N, release the brake. Well, don't ask to release the brake, but obviously just shut the engine down. Then click next. Get the ignition. No, just failed. Switch the engine off. What we need to do, get the ignition on, back on. Wait for 5 seconds. Good to me. And click next. There we go. That's it. Click next, and all done with this step. So let's go back. Next one, reset torque characteristic curve. So what we do, just go ahead, click on it, click start search, click show completely, click display. Yeah, it says communication with the transmission control is okay, which is good. It says engine off, ignition on, so we met these criteria. Click next. It says afterwards the torque characteristic will reset, which is okay. And click next. It says start engine. Select N, engine off, click next. As for ignition on, getting the ignition on, wait 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and click next. Saving file is completed. Next, and service function, we click next. That's it. We're good with that. We go on the next one. Teach-in valve characteristic curve. I think that was a bit trickier. We need to get the engine on and keep a stable 2000 RPMs. I don't know if I will be able to get this done now by well, with one hand. Unit reset curve. Okay. We click the middle one. Click on show completely. Next one, display. Procedure. This is okay. Let's click next. Start engine. Yes, it says start engine, activate parking brake, press and hold brake, select selector level in position N, rise engine speed to approx 2000 RPM and maintain at the constant level. Oh, well, that's not easy. It's not easy. So let's get it done. You need to hold the brake with another leg, another foot, I mean, rise the RPMs to 2000 and hold it steady, which is quite tricky thing to accomplish. Click next. Click next. And it will start doing its thing. I don't know for how long it will do it. No idea, but we just keep holding. To be honest, yesterday I failed on this thing because it was a bit too late, around 9 o'clock in the evening. So I didn't want to upset my neighbors by doing this and running engine on a high RPMs. So I just cut it off in halfway. Oh, fault because I dropped the RPMs, that's why. So okay, I will shut my mouth for now because I need to focus on this. Well, probably. Oh, I understand what's happened. Because it failed, I need to do this once again. So shut the engine off. Start it. Go to 2000. Well, don't want to accept that because obviously I failed in the first time. So, well, to be honest, don't think so. Well, it does something, but we'll skip that. So obviously, if you want to do it yourself, you'll have to be, focus on that. So obviously to make sure you will get it right in the first go. So I just click next, end it, and that's it. So let's go back. Transmission adaptations, last choice. Gearbox adaptations, first one, display, and let's click next. Communication is okay. It says no. Well, I will say no. Next. Current oil temperature is 81, which is perfect. And obviously click next. Start engine, activate parking brake, which is handbrake I believe. Press and hold brake, engage N, which is on, and then next. Next.